So I've said my third good evening for the evening, and without further ado, today is all about celebrating my grandmother, Pushpavedi Reddy. Today is her birthday and a very special day for the family. A huge part of our family is still in the US today, but they're all here in spirit, and I can see my grandmother just floating around here. So it's a lovely day, and thank you all for being a part of this today. So we're going to kick off today's event with a prayer song, and Ram and I are going to be chanting. Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Yasya Dvelada Bhaktadyaha Parishadya Parashatam Vignan Nignanti Satatam Vishwakse Nandamashaye Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalas Phatikakritim Adharam Sarva Vidyana Hayagrivamupaasmahe Pundarikasanasinam Pandura Prendu Sannibham Akhanda Bodha Janakam Hayagrivamupaasmahe Gurubhyastat Gurubhyascha Namo Bhakamadhimahe Vrinimahe Jatatratyam Dampati Jagatapati Shri Krishnavagisa Yatishwarabhyam Samprapta Chakranganakashasara Shri Nonarandendra Yatav Samarpitaswam Shri Krishnavaryam Varyavine Virodhe Kartikeyase Shatatala Kritodayam Yogacharyam Krishnavaryam Guruvaryamaham Vaje Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So actually today when I was going through my old emails and our whole archive of media, I just found this clip, so I'm going to request the console to play.
Om Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Jayate Sarva Vighnopashantaye Agajanana Padmargam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe.
So this is very synonymous with my grandmother, and every time I hear it, I'm transported back to Wallace Garden days, sitting in our puja room, and it's a very part of the fabric of our lives. And thank you for recording and keeping it. So that's this poem is part of our treasure trove always. So now I'm going to request the family to come on stage and Ranjita to lead us in invoking Gayatri Mantra, which was very dear to our Nainamma, and give it.
Now we will be chanting the Gayatri Mantra, which was my mom's very favorite chant. She would say if you have any problems, any difficulties, you please, before going to bed, you repeat it 108 times, you know. So today, I'm going to start with 3 times Om, and then we're going to chant the Gayatri Mantra 3 times. I would like anybody in the crowd who would like to join us, please join us. You know, it will be a pleasure. Yeah, please join us. Oh.
Dad, I'm going to request you to stay on stage. So, request Dad to give us his welcome address on Dynamar. So, I want to request Dad to give us his welcome address. Floor is yours.
Dear family and friends, I am overwhelmed to see the whole crowd here and with such colors, and my mother will be so happy, and I am sure she is here amongst us, witnessing this whole thing, guiding us, and this whole place was a brick field bought by my dad in 1956 and now transformed into a beautiful, beautiful auditorium. And it's my honor and privilege to welcome each one of you all here on this beautiful 94th birth anniversary of my mother. My beloved mother was an epitome of compassion, strength in unity. She always wanted people to be united. She is a karma yogi, passion at work, and intelligent. She was intelligent personified. My mother was an epitome of compassion. She will anticipate others' need even before anyone can ask, and it will be done. She is a yogi. In 2006, when I was returning from my Sabarimala Yatra, and I got a call from my elder sister that mother is not well and please rush to America. And I took the first flight, reached America, and went and saw her on the bedside. And when she saw me, the first words she said was, "Suresh, I was holding on to my life because I didn't want to spoil your Sabarimala Yatra." That was the level of why I call my mother a yogi. She passed away on 8th of November 2006. Even on the date of passing away, she avoided to be of any inconvenience to her two granddaughters. One had a birthday on the 7th of November, other had a birthday on the 10th, and she passed away in between. So even in death, she didn't want to inconvenience anybody. Before passing away, and we were fortunate to get guidance from her. Each member of the family she called and gave instructions. And the underlying factor in all the guidance that she gave to each family member was being united. She had a passion for everything that she did. She liked to cook good food and give her guests. 5 days in a week she is vegetarian, but if she is cooking a meal and it's a non-vegetarian meal and she is a vegetarian on that day, she will taste the food before giving it to the guests. That was her passion and in whatever she did. She is an absolute karma yogi. Whenever I have a difficulty in life, I think about the adversities my father and mother went through in raising our family. So whatever the adversities that I have melt away as nothing. When my father got a stroke in 1971, my mother took the control of the whole family. My elder brother was 21 and I was 11. She took the guidance of my brother and kept the family together. And again, the single most important advice to each member of the family was be united. She had the unique talent of making each one of us special and close to her. Each member felt close. So I have the habit of having my lunch in the office at 12 o'clock and I have a connecting door with my dad. My mom and dad will be in the next door and correctly at 12 o'clock she'll come to my room, give me company for my lunch. Till today I remember the joy in her face while I'm having my lunch and the small conversations that we both do in that 10 minutes period. Whenever we go to her to discuss some issue, she will know what we have come to talk to her, even before we can start talking. That is her level of intelligence. Whenever I threw a tantrum or spoke an unwanted word, she will tell me, "Neeku kodu oka koduku vastadara, appudu nannu taristavu." She taught me the law of karma so young in life. I didn't know that. Now I talk about karma all the time. And naaku Shivudu unnadu, Ramudu unnadu. She lost her mother when she was very young, as a toddler. And she grew up to be mother of mothers. Yes, Mummy, you are everywhere here, guiding us, loving us, showering the way. I am blessed to be your son. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dad. I think the common theme of today is going to be that Nainamma is everywhere, so there's no doubt about it. And next up we have Sai Satish, who has done a beautiful presentation, and we'd like him to present it.
அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே, அம்மாவை வணங்காது உயர்வில்லையே. அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே, அம்மாவை வணங்காது உயர்வில்லையே. நேரில் நின்று பேசும் தெய்வம் பெற்ற தாயன்றி வேறொன்று ஏது. அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே, அம்மாவை வணங்காது உயர்வில்லையே. காமி சிவகாமி கருமாரி மகமாயி திருக்கோயில் தெய்வங்கள் நீதானம்மா. அன்னைக்கு அன்றாடம் அபிஷேகம் அலங்காரம் புரிகின்ற சிறு தொண்டன் நான் தானம்மா. பொருளோடு புகழ் வேண்டும் மகனல்ல தாயேவும் அருள் வேண்டும் எனக்கென்றும் அது போதுமே. அடுத்திங்கு பிறப்பொன்று அமைந்தாலும் நான் உந்தன் மகனாக பிறக்கின்ற வரம் வேண்டுமே. அதை நீயே தருவாயே. அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே. அம்மாவை வணங்காது உயர்வில்லையே. பசுந்தங்கம் புதுவெள்ளி மாணிக்கம் மணி வைரம் அவையாவும் ஒரு தாய்க்கு ஈடாகுமா? விலை மீது விலை வைத்து கேட்டாலும் கொடுத்தாலும் கடை தன்னில் தாயன்பு கிடைக்காதம்மா. 2 மாதங்கள் கருவோடு என்னை தாங்கி நீ பட்ட பெரும்பாடு அறிவேனம்மா. 7 ஜன்மங்கள் எடுத்தாலும் உழைத்தாலும் உனக்கிங்கு நான் பட்ட கடன் தீருமா? உன்னாலே பிறந்தேனே. அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே. அம்மாவை வணங்காது உயர்வில்லையே. நேரில் நின்று பேசும் தெய்வம் பெற்றதாயன்றி வேறொன்று ஏது? அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே. அம்மாவை வணங்காது உயர்வில்லையே. அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே. அம்மாவை வணங்காது உயர்வில்லையே.
Thank you, Manu sir, Suresh sir, for giving me the opportunity to create this video. It is a very short notice, but I tried my best. Thanks for the back-end support. We have given plenty of pictures. It's very hard to select which is the best. I tried my, every time I do it the last minute, and yesterday whole night it was Shivaratri for me. It's good for doing it for Amma. I never seen her in my lifetime, but with all these pictures and doing this video, I feel very happy to be part of this great family. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Wonderful job. Let's give him a big hand. Thank you, Sai. That was phenomenal. So in 2006, we had a graduation party because a lot of us graduated in the family in that year, and but then I had a party in the US, and my grandmother gave her message as well as my grandfather gave his message to us, the grandchildren, and I would like to take this opportunity to read it out to all of you. What this morning, when I heard it, this morning also we read it, and these are like, principles of life where as your maturity keeps increasing or decreasing, or wherever you are in your journey of life, different things make sense to you and you assimilate it differently. So I'm going to read it out to you today. Amama, today is a very proud moment in my life. I am most proud of Tata's health being number one. Next, I am proud of all my children being independent and successful in life. Not only my sons, but so are my daughters. Not just our children, our sons-in-laws and daughters-in-law are also very good. We are blessed to have such a good family. And now my grandchildren have done so well in their education and are graduating from some of the finest institutions in this world. More importantly, they have kept in touch with their culture and values. Kids from the US love to go to India and enjoy our rich traditions, and the kids from India are coming here to the US and learning the best that this country has to offer. Tata worked hard and earned money, and I stayed at home and raised the family according to our values and principles. He went only to high school, and I did not step into a school. But it was our ambition that our children would study well and go to great schools. Tata was a very busy man when the children were growing up. Business was growing rapidly, and phones were ringing off the hook. But he made education a priority. He would take the time to give his blessings and personally accompany each child to their school when they had to take an important exam. He rewarded each child with money when they stood first in their class or received a center, perfect score in any subject. He would then ask them to use that money to help someone with it. He was always thinking of ways to motivate the children to learn. Some of the most important lessons in my life: you need to be patient. Listen to the advice you get from parents, grandparents and elders with patience. You will learn a lot from their experience. Have a helping nature. Have faith in God. When you are faced with trouble, don't give up. Keep doing your duty. When one member of the family has a problem, you should all unite and solve the problem together. It will be so easy. Manchulaga karigipadu. It will melt like the morning dew. If you do not know something, it's okay. Ask and learn. Continually learn from life. Never tell a lie. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Learn from it and don't make the same mistake again. Work hard and earn good money, but spend it carefully. No matter how much money you have, you should be humble. Don't make money a priority in life. In a relationship, especially marriage, it's very important to have understanding. Don't make a big deal of a small issue. Your Tata is 81 and I am 77. We have been married for 59 years and we still have the same love and affection for each other as the early years of our marriage. Take care of your health. Cook good, healthy food and share with a large heart with your friends and family. For any good occasion, get together, enjoy and have fun. Tata. I'm a self-taught man. I learned by observing and just trying things out. Some of the most important lessons in my life and guiding principles are: live an honest life. Do not involve yourself in unnecessary affairs and differences. Lead a clean life. Don't sacrifice your principles even if it's for the sake of helping someone close to you. Children need to have good principles from a very young age. Need to develop good habits from a young age. If children are brought up well, half the problem is over. Dishonesty should not be tolerated. They should be punished immediately so that they can correct themselves in the future. Have a helping nature. That is the success of America. A good area for other countries to copy. According to your position in life, help others that are in need. Education should be the number one goal for children. Each child needs to be given the opportunity to study to their fullest potential. They should be encouraged to acquire the highest knowledge from their schools and universities. Any hurdles should be overcome so they can complete their education. Marriage. Need to have complete faith in each other. You should be so close that even air cannot enter. Air tight. Be honest with each other. Do not let outsiders enter into family affairs. Value your health. Without it, everything comes to a grinding halt. Encourage people around you to have good health. It comes from having good habits. Now you know where healthy lifestyle came from. To be successful in business, you need to manage it pretty similar to your family. The same values and principles need to be followed. Treat everybody equal. No favoritism. A single stick can be broken, but a bundle of sticks together is difficult to break. Unity is strength. A deserving candidate should be recognized even if it's your enemy. Always be fair and kind. In making a decision, make sure the rights of the weakest person in the organization are protected. Practice what you preach correctly. When your mind is clear and clean, it is easy to make a decision. Do not be afraid. Accept the responsibility if you have made a mistake. When you are in power, make sure you do not abuse it. Learn good things from other countries, groups, etc., no matter where it comes from, and make it your own. Good principles have to be developed. Surround yourself with people of high values and principles. Do not compromise your principles, no matter what the hardship. It's easier said than done, but you just have to do it. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sharvartha Sadhike Sharanye Triyambake Devi Narayani Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Every time I read it, I get a different meaning. So I'm glad we shared it today and thank you. So Nitya has prepared a presentation on Nainama, and I would like her to take the floor.
Nitya did an amazing job of putting this together. From thought to celebration, less than 48 hours. The PowerPoints, the decor, the can-do attitude between Nitya, Ram, Shiva, Rupa, and of course me and Suresh in the background, they pulled it off. Thank you, Nitya. With this kind of a can-do attitude, you can accomplish anything. Let's give Nitya a big, big hand. Normally, an event like this will take a year to plan. She did. They were able to deliver in 48 hours. Thank you.
So, just a quick thing before we go to the next event. So next up we have a message from my aunt Renu. She couldn't make it here today, but she sent over her message from the US. Nitya, if you could play that on.
Good evening. It is my great privilege to share a few thoughts about my mother, Srimati Pushpaveni Reddy, affectionately called Pushpa by my dad and Mummy by all her children. She gave me the ultimate gift of life, but more importantly, taught me what is important to live a good life. I learned by just observing how she lived her life with so much love, courage, and grace. She loved her family and took care of each one of us with so much joy. She understood each one's needs, wants, and aspirations and made them come true. She loved people and invited them into her heart and home with so much generosity of spirit. She was a great cook. She found great pleasure in personally preparing delicious food for her loved ones and their friends. My friends remember it to this day. Pushpa's kitchen is truly a great part of her legacy. Mummy, like many in this room, had her fair share of challenges in life. But she chose to be happy every day. She faced life with courage and joy. She focused on what was good and right in her day and life, and there was plenty of that. Mummy had a pure heart which helped her understand people. She shared the wisdom of her life experiences generously with her family, friends, and all that touched her life. She taught me to be good to myself, buy clothes and stuff for myself and my family, and give importance to myself. She would say, these are the small pleasures of working hard for a living and earning good money. You will feel good about yourself and your work. That was so true. I would call her every day on my way to work or on my way back home. I treasure those conversations. She was always interested in what was going on in my life. My children, Vishnu and Durga, my husband, Mala, and my work. She listened with patience to the high points and low points of my day. She cared about me. She prayed for me. She blessed me. I sought her blessings before every important event in my life. Her blessings gave me so much confidence, I felt I could conquer the world. Even today, I seek Mummy and Daddy's blessings every day. I know they are watching over us, rejoicing in our small victories, and giving us strength to move forward. Thank you, and may their blessings be with you.
Thank you, Atta. Next up, I'd like to request my grandfather Vishwam Reddy to come and give his thoughts about 9/11.
Thank you, Hanu, for this honor to be here and speak about. Actually, I used to call her Akka Pushpamma. She is mostly known as. She was very close to my mother. She was like a daughter to my mother, eldest daughter. And I had the privilege, the rare privilege of accompanying my mother always whenever we visited Akka, or whenever she came to studios to watch the movies. Almost every week we used to have one film being screened, and mother used to make it a point to invite Pushpaka and others. And any function we had in our family, we had the entire family getting together to celebrate the event. As a matter of fact, you have heard people who have talked before me and the presentation that claiming her as a karma yogi, inspiration and a great source of strength to the family with a lot of family values that is, inculcated among the children of the family. Friends, mother is mother. There is no other definition for that noble soul. I am so happy that this family, Anu Reddy family, the Chilla family, is a great source of inspiration to all of us that what is unity means. It is strength. And you see that every occasion they host, there is a kind of message. And I wish and pray that that culture and tradition should stay forever with the blessings of Pushpa Mayaka. As a matter of fact, just now Suresh was telling that when Raghav Reddy Garu fell sick, I happened to accompany my mother to Isabel nursing home, and my mother and myself were there to see him in the bed there. And coming out, my mother told me one thing: Pushpa has been so religious. She believes, she has immense faith in divine, and that divine will save him and he'll be okay. And this is what I have learned. When you have faith, don't dilute it. You pursue that, the result will be positive. It's a great message I have learned from both Pushpama and Raghav Reddy Garu, that one of the repeated message that he was giving to everybody is Satyameva Jayate, truth is divine. I think there's so much to take from that, and I once again thank Anu for giving me this honor and opportunity to share my thoughts. God bless everyone.
Thank you, Tata. Next, hopefully, we're going to call our resident Kavinjar, Mr. Shankarabandi, to share some few words of his. Make it brief, please, Shankarabandi. Kavinjar, the floor is yours.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். புஷ்பா அம்மாவின் 94ஆம் பிறந்த நாள் நினைவு போற்றும் விழா புஷ்பா அம்மாவும் ராகவா கெட்டியாரும் நம்மிடையே வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். இந்த 14 ஏக்கர் புஷ்பா கார்டன் நந்தவனத்தில் எங்கு பார்க்கினும் பூமரங்கள். இந்த 14 ஏக்கர் புஷ்பா கார்டன் நந்தவனத்தில் எங்கு பார்க்கினும் பூமரங்கள். அவைகளில் பூத்து குலுங்கும் மலர்கள். மலர் என்றாலே புஷ்பம்தானே, மலர் என்றாலே புஷ்பம்தானே. ஒவ்வொரு புஷ்பத்தின் அருகில் சென்று பாருங்கள், ஒவ்வொரு புஷ்பத்தின் அருகில் சென்று பாருங்கள். புஷ்பங்களின் மலர்ச்சி காண்பீர்கள். அது மலர்ச்சி அல்ல நண்பர்களே, அது மலர்ச்சி அல்ல நண்பர்களே. புஷ்பா அம்மாவின் சிரிப்பு. தலை அசைத்து ஆடும் புஷ்பங்கள், தலை அசைத்து ஆடும் புஷ்பங்கள். அது புஷ்பத்தின் தலையசைப்பல்ல, புஷ்பா அம்மாவின் கையசைப்பு. தன் கரங்கள் அசைத்து புஷ்பா அம்மா தோட்டத்துக்கு வருவோரையெல்லாம் வாழ்த்துகிறார். தன் கரங்கள் அசைத்து புஷ்பா அம்மா தோட்டத்துக்கு வருவோரையெல்லாம் வாழ்த்துகிறார். அம்மாவின் பொன்மொழிகள் படித்திருப்பீர்கள், அம்மாவின் பொன்மொழிகள் படித்திருப்பீர்கள். என்னை ஈர்த்த அம்மாவின் பொன்மொழி இதுதான்: நல்ல உணவை சமையுங்கள், சமைக்கப்பட்ட உணவை உயர்ந்த இதயத்தோடு நண்பர்கள் குடும்பத்தோடு பகிர்ந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். நல்ல உணவை சமையுங்கள், சமைக்கப்பட்ட உணவை உயர்ந்த இதயத்தோடு நண்பர்கள் குடும்பத்தோடு பகிர்ந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். இப்போதுதான் புரிகிறது உணவகத்துக்கு எப்படி புஷ்பா கிச்சன் என்று பெயர் வந்ததென்று. புஷ்பா கிச்சனில் தயாரிக்கப்பட்டு பரிமாறப்படுவது உணவல்ல நண்பர்களே, புஷ்பா கிச்சனில் தயாரிக்கப்பட்டு பரிமாறப்படுவது உணவல்ல நண்பர்களே, அது புஷ்பா அம்மாவின் உபசரிப்பு. இந்த நந்தவனத்தின் ஒவ்வொரு நிகழ்விலும் பரிமாறப்படும் உணவின் புன்னகை சிந்தும் உபசரிப்பில் புஷ்பா அம்மா வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார். திருமண பந்தத்தில் தம்பதிக்கிடையான புரிதல் மிக முக்கியம் என புஷ்பா அம்மா சொல்கிறார். எந்த ஒரு நல்ல நிகழ்வையும் இணைந்து கொண்டாடி மகிழுங்கள் என்கிறார் அம்மா. இப்போது புரிகிறது, இங்கு நடக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு திருமணத்திலும் புஷ்பா அம்மாவின் ஆசீர்வாதம் நிறைந்திருக்கிறது. தம்பதிகள் ஒருவரை ஒருவர் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள் என்ற பொன்மொழியும் இணைகிறது. சென்னையில் திருமணம் நடத்த இந்த மண்டபத்துக்கு இணை எதுவும் என்று இப்போது புரிகிறது. ஐயா ராகவா ரெட்டிகாரும் நம்மோடு தான் இருக்கிறார். ஐயா ராகவா ரெட்டிகாரும் நம்மோடு தான் இருக்கிறார். ஓஎஸ்காரன் பற்றி கூறும்போதெல்லாம் ஓஎஸ்காரன் பற்றி கூறும்போதெல்லாம் நம் கூடவே வருவார். ஓஎஸ்காரன் லே அவுட் உருவாக்கம் இவர்தானே. ராகவா வீர அவனியம் எனும் பெயரில் எங்கள் ஐயா வாழ்கிறார். ராகவா வீர அவனி எனும் பெயரில் எங்கள் ஐயா வாழ்கிறார். ஓங்கி உயர்ந்து எழுந்து நிற்கும் சென்னையின் அடையாளமாய் உயர்ந்து நிற்கும் சென்னையின் அடையாளமான சாஸ்திரி பவனின் பெயரில் கட்டிய ராகவா ஐயா வாழ்கிறார். திருச்சி பொறியியல் கல்லூரியில் படிப்பு பொறியாளரான எல்லோரும் வாழ்நாள் முழுக்க அந்த கல்லூரியை மறக்க முடியாது. கட்டிய ராகவா ஐயாவின் பெயரை தவிர்க்க முடியாது. காலச்சக்கரம் உருண்டோடியது, காலச்சக்கரம் உருண்டோடியது. தம்பிகள் தங்கைகளுக்கு அம்மாவாகவும் அப்பாவாகவும் ஆனார் எங்கள் மனுஷர். காலச்சக்கரம் உருண்டோடியது. தன் தம்பிகள் தங்கைகளுக்கு அம்மாவாகவும் அப்பாவாகவும் ஆனார் எங்கள் அனுசார். 2 பேரின் பொறுப்பை, 2 பேரின் பெரும் பொறுப்பை தன் தோளில் சுமந்தார். கனுரெட்டி நிறுவனத்தை உலகளாவ வளர்த்தெடுத்தார். அமெரிக்க மண் மிதித்து சில பல லட்சம் சம்பாத்தியத்துக்கே காலரை தூக்கி விடுவோர் மத்தியில் அமெரிக்க மண்ணில் தன் கொடி பறக்க விட்டு அந்தஸ்து ஆஸ்தியெல்லாம் கோபுரமாய் கட்டி தன் தம்பி தங்கைகளை வானலாக உயர வைத்து சுரேசார் மூலமாக இமயத்தில் கொடி பறக்க வைத்த அனுசாரை எவ்வளவு பாராட்டினாலும் போதாது. அவருக்கு இணை சொல்ல யாருக்கும் ஆகாது. ராமாயணத்து ராமன் லட்சுமணன் எல்லாம் சும்மா. எங்க அனுசார் சுரேசார் அண்ணன் தம்பி பாசத்துக்கு ஈடா அதெல்லாம் வருமா? அண்ணன் காட்டிய வழியில் அற்புதமாய் நடைபோடும் இந்திய கனுரெட்டி நிறுவனம், ஸ்டீவ் சார், ரேணுகா மேம், ராஞ்சி மேம், சுதாகர் சார் என அண்ணன் எனும் மன்னனுக்கு பக்கபலமாய் நிற்கும் படை தளபதிகள். அடுத்த தலைமுறை சாதனைகள் கொடிகட்டி பறக்க அடுத்த தலைமுறை சாதனைகள் கொடிகட்டி பறக்க, எங்கள் சிவாரெட்டி சிங்கமாய் சிலிர்க்க, ராம் ரெட்டியின் நிர்வாகத்தில் புஷ்பா தோட்டத்தின் மலர்கள் கூட சிரிக்க, ராகவா ரெட்டிகாரும் புஷ்பம்மாவும் வானிலிருந்து எமையெல்லாம் ஆசீர்வதிக்க, ஆயிரக்கணக்கான மனிதர்களை மட்டுமன்றி காக்கை குருவிகள் மயில்கள் பறவைகளையும் வாழ வைக்கும் கனுரெட்டி நிறுவனமும் இன்னும் இன்னும் உயரட்டும். எங்கள் கனுசார் 100 தாண்டியும் வாழட்டும். மருமகளாய் இங்கு வாழ்க்கை ஆரம்பித்து புஷ்பாவோடு எப்போதும் இணைந்திருந்து எல்லாமும் கற்றுத் தேர்ந்து விருந்தோம்பலில் அம்மா எனும் நிலையை இப்போது நிர்வகித்து, அம்மாவின் பெயரால் புஷ்பா கிச்சன் தொடங்கி கனுரெட்டி ரெசிடென்சஸ் தலைமை அதிகாரியாய் வலம் வரும் ரூபா மேடம், அம்மாவின் பெயரால் புஷ்பா கிச்சன் தொடங்கி கனுரெட்டி ரெசிடென்சஸ் தலைமை அதிகாரியாய் வலம் வரும் ரூபா மேடம் இன்னும் பற்பல வெற்றி கண்டு உலகக்கும் கிளைபரப்ப நான் வணங்கும் ஈசனை வேண்டுகின்றேன். ஆயிரக்கணக்கான ஏக்கர் நிலங்களிலே ஆயிரக்கணக்கான பறவைகள், விலங்குகள், உயிர்களை வாழ வைக்கும் எங்கள் அனுசாரை வணங்கி இந்த நல்வாய்ப்புக்கு நன்றி கூறி இப்போதைக்கு முடிக்கின்றேன். நன்றி.
Thank you, Sakarapatian. He is our resident poet. Give him a big hand.
I think we'll give one more round of applause. Yeah. Next, I'm going to request my mom to come and give us her message and yeah, and then as escorting mom. Her message and Super message.
Mom, center.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all here and to celebrate Amma's birthday. My message is what I have learned from her by observing her and being with her. So, I'm happy that we have all gathered here today to celebrate Amma. She was a mother to me, not a mother-in-law. I thank her for embracing me so wholeheartedly as one of her own. My earliest memories of her go back to when I was a child of about 5 or 6, when she used to visit my grandmother. She always had an aura of warmth around her. Little did I know that I would become part of her legacy. She has taught me so much and has played a major role in molding me into the person I am today. I admire her grit, resilience and single-minded focus on the family through all adversities. Andaru Aikyanga Undali was what she constantly kept reminding us. That's about being united always. I firmly believe in her teaching of strength and unity, and each one being there for the other in times of need. When I came into her home as a young bride, she told me that I should always strive to maintain unity in the family. She said I should guard the unity of the family like an earthen pot. Even the slightest crack would make it useless. Though I did not understand the full meaning then, over the years, I have learnt its importance and how it can forge a strong bond within the family and give each member a sense of security and belonging. I have also seen the lack of it can destroy a family. It has made me appreciate the values that Amma and Nana have taught all of us. I have learned to value human relationships more than material things. She taught me the importance of having patience and controlling anger. In a large family, it is very important for the lady to have these two qualities, she would say, to make sure that there is peace and harmony. I see the wisdom in her words more and more each day. She taught me that the best investment of my time is with the children when they were growing up, and that the more time I spend with them, the richer the rewards will be. I was lucky that I had the luxury of being a stay-at-home mom for my children till Shiva graduated from college. She taught me that when children make a mistake, it should not be hidden or ignored, but they should be corrected immediately. Teaching them discipline from a very young age will reap rich dividends. It was okay to make a mistake, but important that we learn from that and not repeat it again. She encouraged me to always spend my time productively and to keep learning. Her hospitality was indeed legendary and is tough to emulate. Her empathy and genuine caring for others is heartwarming. She was always giving to others. She had a gift of anticipating people's needs even before they would realize. She taught me how to think ahead and be prepared for any situation. Mundu Jagrata Undali, that means think ahead always. When we started the residences, the mantra that I was given to follow was given to me by Ranjanaka. She said, follow Pujamma and Pushpamma's hospitality. Pujamma is my grandmother whom my uncle just spoke about, who Amma thought of as her mother. She always told me to take care of my health. Only if I am healthy can I take care of the people around me. She instilled the habit of being well-groomed and well put together always. Even when she was sick, she made sure that she looked good. She liked to see all the members of our family well-dressed. Getting together and celebrating important occasions gave her a lot of joy. Her broad-minded and practical approach to different situations has helped me to be open-minded. She followed tradition but was never bound by rituals. I have learned the skills of managing a large household from her. She would always say that managing people is the most important skill I should develop. She had pride in keeping the house clean, orderly and organized. I owe my culinary skills to her. From being an absolute novice who didn't know one dal from the other, I think I have come a long way thanks to her. She taught me how to buy the freshest fish to the most tenderest meat. She would say that to be good at cooking, you should never hurry things. You should have patience. When there was no cook and she had to prepare the meals, she would first see to it that the household help had their food before she made any other dishes. Sunday family lunches were always important for her when everyone could eat together. She always made sure that everyone had what they liked. Pushpa's kitchen is a fitting tribute to her passion for feeding people. I can proudly say that we have catered to over 1 lakh guests in the past year and a half and delighted them. I am grateful to her for shaping me and grooming me to take on the responsibility of the family. I can hear her and feel her presence always. I am blessed to carry on her legacy. I would like to read the message from my sister Sunanda. She is married to Sridhar Reddy. So this is her message. Amma was one of the strongest women I ever known. Family was everything to her, and her happiness came from spending time with each and every member of the family. Life's ups and downs did not deter her from loving life and making a party out of it. She had an unparalleled zest for life. Giving invaluable advice and lending a helping hand was innate to her. She was Naina's rock of support, and watching the interaction and bond between them was amazing. We as a family are blessed to have her in our lives. Thank you.
Next, we're going to have an audio clip which was sent by my uncle Sridhar, and Nitya, if you can play that.
Hello everyone. My thoughts on this amazing person, Srimati Pushpaveni, who we lovingly call Mummy. Her life journey began when she got married into a successful business family with an aggressive passion to succeed. She loved my dad, Sri Raghav Reddy, dearly and took care of him every single moment of his life. She raised a family of 7 children who ultimately were very successful in their pursued careers and raising their families in this highly competitive world. Those of you who know our family over the last few decades have seen the success of her love, hard work, and perseverance. Her virtues are unconditional love for every family member, caring for everybody around her. She left an impression on everyone who she ever came in contact with. Even now, those acquaintances recollect those special experiences with her. She had an extraordinary ability to deal with one's anger and had the ability to make them aware that it could be destructive in the long run and how to deal with it. Her interactions with each one of her grandchildren gave them the foundation on which they built their life and careers. She always made the people around her aware of her simple likes and dislikes. She believed in the saying, "Ask the universe and the universe will provide it." Bottom line, she was always positive and never buckled under extreme adversity or difficult times. She always had a helping hand for anyone who came into her life as family, acquaintance, or employee. Her intelligence, hard work, and perseverance have helped the family succeed and excel in two of the largest democracies in the world, India and the United States of America. God bless you all.
Thank you, Vandana. Next up, I'd like to invite my aunt Ranji on stage to read a message from Aarti Akka, her eldest daughter and the eldest of the grandchildren.
I'm reading this message from my daughter Aarti, who's the oldest granddaughter to my parents, Amma and Tata. She loved them dearly and spent a lot of time with them, and literally Amma and Tata groomed her to be who she is today. This was the message she sent. I miss the smell of her soft sari when she would hug me. A few years ago, I was at a wedding in Alabama and an elderly woman hugged me, and I felt a small tear roll down my face because that was how my Amma would smell. I loved the twinkle in her eyes when she and I would eat KFC together after everyone went to bed. She and Tata were always the last people I would see before driving back to college or medical school. She would always give me her heartfelt blessings in the puja room, hand-picked flowers from the garden, and I would drive back with a bouquet of her love wrapped in a damp paper towel and aluminum foil to survive the drive until I arrived at school. She always made my favorite foods, fish pulsu, rasam, vegetable kurma. I never had to ask her. It was just always there, ready for me when she knew I would visit. What I miss the most is hearing her voice on my answering machine when I would come home, or on my voice leave, checking in on me and her blessings. She taught me how to cook with patience and love. Often I think of her when I'm cooking a new recipe or just trying to cook fast enough to feed my kids before they melt down. And I hear her talking to me, to be patient, to wait for the right smell and the right color of ginger and garlic paste, or the oil to come up when you're frying the tomatoes. She is with me all the time. I often forget how much she is a part of me. She was the quiet peace and comfort in whose presence I felt safe. I didn't have to worry about anything. I could just be with her, cooking, chatting with Tata, sitting on the couch, talking in the puja room or in the garden. I miss you, Amma. Her death was as beautiful as her life. A precious flower that came and left peacefully, always mindful and considerate of all those she loved. I am grateful for all the time we had together. Aarti.
Thank you, Akka. We have another message from my uncle Malla Reddy, who couldn't make it today, but he has sent his message in today, which we'd like to put.
Namaste. Good evening. This is Malla Reddy, Renu's husband. My apologies for not being here in person for this wonderful wonderful occasion, reminiscing a unique person, Srimati Pushpaveni Reddy, whom I had the privilege to call her fondly Mummy. This beautiful garden brings back fond memories to me. First time I was here with Mummy back in the late 70s. At that time there was just one building with few rooms. I recall having a wonderful family time over a sumptuous lunch straight from Pushpa's kitchen. Only difference is that delicious lunch was personally prepared by Mummy. I enjoyed many such meals, her love and hospitality for many more years to come. She is a great person. Yes, she is. She is in our thoughts, fond memories, in the dreams she dreamt for us, the aspirations she has for each one of us, and inspiration she gave us to be the best human beings we can be. Her hospitality, kindness, and ability to communicate, touching one's heart, is something we all can learn. I had a connection with her, a closeness and respect that can only be felt. I recall the nights she and I watched movies late into the night and take pineapple Sunday breaks from Baskin-Robbins. I respect her, cherish her, for she is a unique human being who gave to people around her selflessly. Mummy, thank you for your continued blessings and unconditional love.
Thank you, Mama. So next up, I'm going to talk. When I say the word Nainamma, the first thing that comes to me is me going back to Spring Blossom School. Spring Blossom is Wallace Garden, Adams First Street. That was my preschool. I remember, I don't know how I remember, but I remember coming back home and saying, Nainamma, I want chapel pulsu. That is fish curry or biryani. Those are two things that I always said when I came back home from school. And today when I hear my son say that, it goes back to that day. So that is the connection which I get every time I say Nainamma. And so with Nainamma, I have a lot of memories. One is I saw Anil Kumble take 10 wickets in an innings with Nainamma and Tata. I was sitting there. I saw the whole of Australia or Pakistan get out, the whole innings with them. For some reason I remember 1999. Each time a wicket is taken and they put a replay, Tata will say one more wicket. And Nainamma will say, there and play, that's just a replay. And it will happen again. Then every exam from first standard till public exam, I took her blessings from even July test, quarterly, half-yearly, main exam, all exams. I would not do any exam without first calling her, getting her blessings. She'll say, Shivadeva, Talli, Bharati, Sri Venkateswara Swami, Lakshmi Devi, Devatu, Pettalu, Andari, Andaru, health Ivali, good health Navara. So that thing stays. So every time I close my eyes, that just comes back in her tone, in her the way that she says it. And when you hug her, as how Akka said, the smell of Nainamma, it just encompasses you. So that warm hug, that warmth is what I get every single time when I think of her. And so in 2014, on the same day, 28th December, I wrote a message to her. I think we made a book on that day. So today I was just going through, what am I going to be talking today? I had no idea what I was going to be talking. So I just opened up my email to see what all did I do for Nainamma. So I wrote this in 2014. Dear Nainamma, I love you for the unconditional love and support you have showered on me and of all my conscious memory of you. You have always been a source of warmth and a solace for all my troubles. Whenever I have hugged you, somehow all my problems melted away. Every time I went for an exam, I called you or fell at your feet and took yours and Tata's blessings. That was my safety net for my then troubles. I have always remembered the advice you gave me, and that has been my weather bell when the path gets murky. What I have learned from you is how to create an ingenious support system and to weave a fabric of love around every family member, where everyone roots for each other and is one for all and all for one. love you, Nainama, and I will wear your flag and keep good my commitment to you no matter what. So 2006, when she went, she called me. Before that, she called me and told me a few things. And he said, always lift the flag and never let it down. So that's my commitment to her, and I'll always be there. And 2009, I got an email from Nainama. One of my aunts wrote us an email. And in that, so this was a dialogue between my aunt and Nainama back in the day. So my aunt was very young. First time Nainama came to the US, and she's like, "What can I get you?" She said, "I want you to tell me. I don't want anything material, but I want you to make me a promise. I want you to give me a word that you will not let anything come between you and your brothers and sisters. Some misunderstandings and hard feelings are bound to come up, as you have other people in your lives besides just your siblings, and even otherwise, that is just life. So you have to just work at it to make sure that 7 of you stay close to each other and are always there for each other no matter what. If one of them does something that you don't like or is hurting, you should think that they must have something really traumatic going on in their lives. Otherwise, they would not have done that or said that. That there must be a good reason." In her words, "Valiki emi kashtamo." That way, you should not take it personally. So this morning when I read that, it took me back to, that is Nainama in one line, where everything is put in perspective, and the most important thing is the family and unity of the unit. So Tata used to describe her as commander. I've always remembered that. Tata will say, commander. So sometimes, why does that word commander now ring so true, is the way that her instructions were given to each one of us. It was perfect for us at that time, and as we reflect back at those instructions, they make more and more sense. So as in fact, these principles that I read out earlier today, all of them take a different meaning each time you read it, because depending on you at that point of your life. And these are all great people who have left their legacy to us, and we have to, learn from it and build from it. So, commander. So let's close your eyes. Think of a Spanish Armada. The Spanish Armada is in the 15th century. They were the most devastating form of warfare, which is on the sea. There's these lovely boats. So think of our family as one of those boats, these massive boats. There's a mast with the flag. That's my uncle. Inspires confidence among the family members and inspires terror among those who stand against him. My dad is the anchor right down below. But where is my grandmother? My grandmother is that rope which ties everything together. From the mast to the anchor, through everything else. She provides tension, she provides cohesiveness, and she keeps the whole unit floating together. And she's not gone anywhere. She's right here among us, all around us. She's a part of each one of us here, and we keep her alive. And that's her greatest legacy. And I'm proud to be her grandson. Thank you, Padmana, for having this event. This was brilliant. Thank you so much. So next up, we have my 3 cousins from the US, Lakshmi Akka, I shouldn't say Lakshmi Akka, Krishna and Vaishnavi, and they've made a message as well for my grandmother. Nitya, if you can play that.
Thank you, Nainama. You instilled a core set of values into us as we grew up, helping us become the best.
Increase the volume, please.
You loved us unconditionally and taught us the importance of family and our self-worth.
We are always amazed by your grace and humility. You taught us how to overcome adversity, and the way that you overcame adversity inspires us today.
Thanks, guys. Unlike most others, they keep it short and sweet in our family. Yeah. So next up, Bandana, if you could give us your address.
Good evening. Thank you for being here and making this wonderful occasion extra special. This day, this moment means everything to me. Sharing with the people who are closest to me, the people who work with me, people who live with me, people who give me joy. You are my pillars. So let us give a big round of applause for ourselves. With a short notice, Suresh, me, Ranji and Rupa were doing our morning walk Monday morning about 8 o'clock, and then I said, hey, Mummy's birthday is on Wednesday, let's do something special. So immediately the gang said, what do you want to do? I said, let's get together in her garden and welcome all the people dear to us and do something spectacular that she would be happy about. And my team said, let's do it. In less than 48 hours, they pulled this one together, which is pretty amazing. The can-do attitude of Hanu Reddy team. Give them a big hand. Now I know why my dad fell sick when I was 21. He wanted to give me the opportunity to see life earlier. Most people get this opportunity when they're 50, 60 and 70. He said, son, I love you very much. Start at 21 when you're young and strong, so by which you can make a difference to the world. And to accomplish that, he gave me a family that was strong, believed in the family, and were willing to do whatever it took. My mother said, believe in one person and one God. My brother said, you are several gods in one person. So that's my brother, Suresh. Give him a big hand. I am so happy and proud to see the younger generation come to the forefront who can take this legacy forward. My father and mother worked very hard to bring us to whatever level that they thought that we deserved. And now we have taken this to a new level and a new platform, and this younger generation, together with our wisdom, will take it to heights that will bring prosperity to millions of people across the globe. Now it is no longer creating wealth for ourselves, it is creating wealth for all of you and the whole world. This land is a Punya Bhumi. So I always say, if you plan to get divorced, don't get married here. If you get married here, you're going to be stuck for life. It's a Punya Bhumi here. This land, from the last 66 years, has been productive every single day. It made bricks for several of the choice buildings in the city. And we continue to enjoy those buildings. And today we don't make bricks here, but we help people to celebrate their choicest events here on an everyday basis. I'm proud to say several 100,000 people have used these grounds to celebrate their most important occasions. We have a real estate office here that is generating dreams of people come true in terms of home ownership. We have the wonderful people who started this office. The next generation is taking it forward, and this has become one of the most productive offices. So that means 24/7, every single second, this land is productive. And that's what I was proud of till Nityanandam told me, that is not what, uncle, you should be proud of. All the birds, the bees, the flowers, the butterflies, 24/7, they made this the home because of you. You did not build buildings on them, but allowed the trees to grow. So, each one of you, my message to you is, build on what you have. Don't look at any job as a chore. but an opportunity, a privilege to take it forward. We are born in a great country called India, a democracy. You can think freely, aspire freely, and grow as far as you want to. So do not allow this life to limit you by what other people tell you. Grow and glow to the highest heights that you can. And look at the inspiration of this garden. What a brick field. When we got it, it was 30 feet of pits. No land, just a few trees. Today, you see what can be done with a passion, with a vision, and a can-do attitude. If this is what can be done with this place, can you imagine what can be done with the rest of India and the rest of the world? I want each of you to take a pledge. You will be the reason a child born in India will become a homeowner. You will give extraordinary opportunities to people to become extraordinary people. So let us celebrate together, make a commitment. We are the blessed ones where the universe has given us plenty. Now it is your time to give back to the less privileged and make it a better world. Good luck, God bless you all, and let's enjoy a fabulous feast prepared by Pushpa's Kitchen.
You can see I'm a very ordinary fellow. I look very brilliant because of him. So you can see what will happen to everybody else here if you follow his instructions. Once you follow his instructions, you look brilliant. And once you become brilliant, you can make many more people around you brilliant. Thank you. Ram, come here.
Ram and Nitya, I want you here. Rupa, come here. Ranji, come. Ram is the quiet, silent, can-do worker. Anything, no problem, he does it. Everybody is a fan of him. So let's give Ram a big, big hand for what he has done. Hey, Anushka, come here. So Ram, you have done a phenomenal job of bringing this garden to this level. And Ram always asks me, when is it enough? I said never. As long as we have got imagination and desire, it has to keep growing. So my desire is, let this garden grow to become the #1 destination for people to have their function, not in Chennai, not in India, but the whole world. They come here because it is the best. The people here are the best. The service is the best. That's why they come here. They fix their wedding on the availability of the garden, not the other way around, right? So good luck, Ram, and you will make it happen. I don't want to say make it happen. You will make it happen. Nitya, the decor that you have done in such a short time, I think anybody using your services and your talent, they are blessed. Good luck. God bless you. Create the greatest venue for people to celebrate their most important function. See, when we had that rain, the cyclone the other day, there were 3 functions the next morning. 3 functions. And the people were petrified, the parents, and what's going to happen. Ram and his team kicked in at 3 o'clock in the morning. By the time they came out of the rooms, by 6 or 7, everything was cleared. I came at about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, just walking in. Everybody came down from the mandap to thank me for what a great job it has been done. The credit and the tribute goes to Ram and the team. So let's give Ram and the team a big, big, big hand. A big hand. And Ram said one sentence that stuck into my mind. He said, people have their most important celebration here, and we have to do whatever it takes to make it happen. That's it. And Rupa, for example, anything I say, done. Not can do, done. So having Rupa in my life, I made a statement this morning. My brother treks up to the Mount Everest. With Rupa by my side, Mount Everest bends down so that I can step onto it. So thank you. I won't hold you all back. Yeah.
Ram and his team have a surprise for you now. So.
Ram and his team have a surprise for me.
Yeah.
Wow, I like surprises.
It's very difficult to surprise Anna, by the way. So. This was the sole initiative of the staff of SPPG.
நீங்கள் தொட்டதெல்லாம் துவங்குவது கண்கூடு, நீங்கள் தொடங்கியதெல்லாம் வெற்றியாகும் வரலாறு. ஆயிரம் ஆயிரம் குடும்பங்களை வாழ வைக்கும் மகான் நீங்கள். அனுமன் புத்தனுக்கே இடம் கொடுத்த வள்ளல் நீங்கள். உங்களிடம் இல்லாதது எதை நாங்கள் வழங்க முடியும்? புஷ்பா அம்மா நினைவு போற்றும் இந்நாளில் எதுவும் வழங்காமல் எங்களால் எப்படி இருக்க இயலும்? உங்கள் இதயத்தில் நீங்கள் வைத்து பூஜிக்கும் ஐயா ராகவகாரு புஷ்பா அம்மா உருவினை உங்களுக்கு வழங்க நாங்கள் முடிவெடுத்தோம். பெற்றுக்கொண்டு எங்களை வாழ்த்துங்கள் அனு சார். 100 ஆண்டு தாண்டி இறைவனை வாண்டுகிறோம். அன்புடன் புஷ்பா தோட்டத்து பணியாளர்கள்.
is being served. Please move to the dining hall and enjoy your dinner. The party is just begun.